Did you know that HP is useless in Slime Legion? Don't click away because this is one of the most requested build guides to date, since everyone wants to know what is the best Slime Legion build and which slimes should you be using. Well, guess what? I'm here to answer just that, so you progress as far as you can, unlocking the strongest ring possible. But first, congrats to Marky for the $50 giveaway win. Feel free to enter this week's $50 Google Play or Apple App Store gift card giveaway if you're choosing by leaving a relevant comment down below, and make sure you're subscribed for updates. Now, you may not know this, but Slime Legion builds are vastly different from their regular build counterparts, which you would generally be using during stage boss battles. We're going to start things off with relics to explain this. Normally, you would use a relic like pottery or even slime mucin, but when you go into Slime Legion runs, your companions don't appear in the dungeon with you, since instead of companions, your slimes populate your team instead. Because of this, we can't take advantage of a number of relics, which I will highlight shortly. So again, because of this, for your bottle relics, you can either run ancient coins or message in a bottle as one of your relics. I use ancient coins because battle sphere is a weak skill in comparison to magic coin, as we can use stronger skills in its place. Next up, for our gem relics, we use topaz because it does not have any companion requirements. Ruby is the strongest gem in the game, but because the additional effect from Ruby only boosts our companion attack speed, we don't need to use it since Rage already increases the attack speed of our slimes. And again, our companions don't join us in Slime Legion battles, making topaz the obvious choice, on top of the other gems just not being very useful, so no need to look at them at all. For our figurine, we just equip slime figurine since it is the only one that potentially produces a boost for our slimes. All the other 3 figurines require companions for the effect to apply, so do equip slime figurine for the potential boost. Next up, for our cushion, we use hot seat because after 8 seconds, our slime's attack speed increases by a fair amount. Chicken cushion and regal pillow are not effective due to our companion restriction, and pile of coins is not as useful when compared to hot seat, so do stick with that selection. When it does come to necklaces, choose the following necklaces in this order: pearl necklace, ruby necklace, or friendship necklace. This is dependent on the skills that you do use. If you don't use evil spirit or meteor swarm, stick to friendship necklace. You should never use sacred necklace. Do you know why? This is because having more HP provides no benefit in Slime Legion, and I'll show you exactly why this is the case using 2 battle clips. I want you to watch this first battle clip. The Slime Legion enemies deal 1.36 H damage per hit when they manage to reach us, and this is at difficulty 135. The damage is consistent and they keep applying the same amount, so I'm going to hop out of this dungeon run. I'm wasting a dungeon key here, so please like and subscribe. I'm going to equip Sacred Necklace, and I'm going to hop back into battle. Once again, battling the enemies on the same stage difficulty of 135. The enemies now deal 19.4 H damage, which is over 10 times more damage than before. This damage scaling is consistent because our HP went from 132 H, this is without Sacred Necklace, all the way to 2.1 I HP when we did equip Sacred Necklace, meaning our HP also increased by over 10 times, which does show that Slime Legion damage does scale when your HP goes up, which gives us the conclusion that more HP provides no benefit, wasting any other benefit we could have otherwise received from better relic choices. When we look at mask relics, Folksy Mask is the best best relic you can use. At level 200, it decreases enemy attack by 80%, which effectively results in an enemy damage drop of 80%. I have an example of just how good Folksy Mask is. Watch carefully. At a stage difficulty of a 136, which is one stage higher than our previous test, where the enemies were dealing 1.36 H damage per hit, but with Folksy Mask equipped at a higher stage, the enemies deal 276 G damage per hit, which is actually 5 times less than before. That's how impactful Folksy Mask is to survivability, and as we noted with our talk about health, do not use Slime Mask since the bonus HP does nothing in Slime Legion. Birdie Mask doesn't provide a boost to your damage, so do not equip it. Again, this is because we don't have our companions in Slime Legion runs, because only our slimes do join us in battle. And as for Kitsune Mask, it is situational whether or not you should equip it. Only do so if you're at a Slime Legion stage that's far too easy, where you want to save time and you're not worried about survivability. Lastly, for your book, you still should be using Tome of Disorder, since no other relic compares to the boost it provides to your slime attack. Moving on to treasures, start by using Plush Lycan for its simple boost to critical hit damage, Sun Crown for that flat 80% boost to attack, and no, you don't need any bats for the attack bonus to apply. Next up, we use Gold Spoon. This is because the remaining treasures all rely on companions for their bonuses to apply, so we use Gold Spoon because it has no prerequisites for its critical hit damage bonus. Since we use Reaper as one of our skills, Ancient Bonsai is a critical treasure you should be using. It makes Reaper so much better, giving us some much needed boost in damage. And since there isn't any time battles in Slime Legion, we use Explosive Taco for a little bit more damage, as again, the 2 remaining treasures need companions for their effects to apply, and Gold Bread does nothing for us in Slime Legion due to the absence of a timer. Lastly, for your armor, use Dwarf King armor since nothing will beat that 89% attack boost that it does provide. Now for skills, you shouldn't really be changing anything from what you normally run for your stage boss battles. Keep Rage for its attack speed boost, making it one of the best skills in the game. This applies to Reaper as well since it has such nice synergy with Ancient Bonsai, making it a very powerful skill. Personally, I use Irradiating Comet since it has good damage with a low cooldown, and it reduces one of our other skills cooldowns by 80%, effectively making it have double the usefulness, so do use it if you have it unlocked. If you don't have the exotic unlocked, you can substitute it for any of the mythic spells available, such as Bird Strike, Blizzard, or Dark Clouds in that order. If you use Meteor Swarm, make sure you equip the correct necklace to correspond with its boost, and the same goes for Evil Spirit. Even though Evil Spirit isn't an AoE spell, when you do promote Pearl Necklace to level 200, it becomes a very powerful skill. And again, you want to go for AoE spells, so Terrify, Pyrokinesis, and Detonative Slime are all fantastic options. The one skill that I don't have but should prove effective is Warrior Breaker. It does decent damage with a low cooldown, and it does heal your HP based on 50% of the damage that you do with the skill, improving your survivability even further. But overall, don't stress too much about skills, they don't impact your damage that much. Now next up, we have to worry about which slimes to choose. Regardless of you being pay to win or free to play, your starter slime should always be Serpine. She is the best slime period for Slime Legion, since she has a chance to dodge enemy attacks, running away allowing you to have prolonged battles due to the distance she places between the enemies, and the additional time you have to heal because of it. As we hop into Slime Legion, if you are free to play, you start with Serpine, then Newbie, Aku, Ornis, Santa, Amber, and then Farmer and Astri as your final 2 slimes. This is because they deal the highest amounts of damage compared to the rest of your slimes, so you want to make sure they survive the longest. The lineup really doesn't matter too much for free-to-play slimes, just have Farmer and Astri in the back, and Serpine in the front when you do choose. As for a pay-to-win slime team, you will be immortal with the following slimes, so copy exactly the lineup that I present here. With Serpine as your starting slime, we have Mecha because of his transformation, providing us with a brief amount of immortality and tankiness if Serpine somehow dies. We place Ignis for damage, the same goes for Miner as an additional source of damage, and Corby as well. We use Penguin because the skill they have provides some knockback utility. The same goes for Bunny, which we add on as well for the additional knockback. And your last two most important slimes are the following. Ghost because they single-handedly deal the most damage in Slime Legion. I can't explain why, but their skill is extremely strong. I've tried switching them out and our damage took an extreme hit, so don't forget to add Ghost as one of your main slimes. And lastly, Osteon is the best slime for Slime Legion when it comes to survivability, of course aside from Serpine, because you'll see in a second that the knockback Osteon provides from their skill makes you absolutely untouchable. We don't use Diva because she provides no real benefit aside from some minor survivability, but if you get to the point where you need her, you're likely doing things wrong, so I'd rather choose a damage dealing slime instead. Now as you watch us in battle, our slimes hardly get attacked. We have so much knockback from Bunny, Penguin, and Osteon, and when the enemies do manage to even make a little bit of contact, Serpine dodges away, allowing for our HP to fully recover before any major damage can be done to us. I do have a ring guide coming up next, so stay tuned to make sure you're choosing the best ring attributes possible. If you have any questions, comment down below and I'll get back to you. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed for more Legend of Slime content.